no justice in this world. There's no point in keeping score. Some got it bad, some got it worse. There's no justice in this world. Sometimes your best just ain't enough. Some other guys have all the luck. So I guess I'm waiting for the last to be first. There's no justice in this world. But I guess it could be worse. I always got what I deserve. There've been some lessons harder learned, I bet. And as far as I'm concerned, the only reason you're my girl is there's no justice in this world. Will try to understand. Some things are out of my hands. Maybe it's a blessing and not just a curse, that there's no justice in this world. Well, I guess it could be worse. I always got what I deserve. There've been some lessons harder learned, I bet. And as far as I'm concerned, the only reason you're my girl is there's no justice in this world. Could be worse. We always got what we deserved. There've been some lessons harder learned, I bet. And as far as I'm concerned, the only reason you're my girl is there's no justice in this world. Justice in this world. I wish love was an easy song to write, 'cause I'd have pages worth of words that were not lies. Your name would be the melody that's on my tongue. Oh, if love was a simple song. There are not words that have been written or been sung that my ears have heard, or I've cheapened with my tongue, to hold the weight of this thing that we call love. Oh, love's not a simple song, but my song's for you. Though not pretty or poetic, I hope you know it's true. I'm not perfect in my ways, and I let you down most days. But know it's true, that darling, I love you. And I've got a rhythm and a melody I like, but without you by my side, there's no harmony or rhymes. Just a freight train rolling down the tracks of a lonely night. Oh, love, you are worth the fight, because my song's for you. Though not pretty or poetic, well, I hope you know it's true. I'm not perfect in my ways, and I let you down most days. But know it's true, but darling, I love you.
This broadcast is a production of Oneida Indians Live and the Oneida Special School District. No part of the audio or video from this broadcast may be redistributed or retransmitted without express written consent from the Oneida Special School District.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Jane Terry Hoffman Field. It is region semifinal action here tonight on Oneida Indians Live. Oneida Indians hosting the Tigers of Pigeon Forge here this evening. Loser goes home. The winner goes on to the region championship on Thursday evening, as well as punching their ticket to the sub-state round on Saturday. Bo Kidd here with the call this evening, joined alongside by Stuart Jones here momentarily. I'd like to take a moment tonight to thank our sponsors for this game this evening. First National Bank here in Oneida. Great people, have been a supporter of the program here and all of the programs actually for Oneida for many, many years, as we thank them tonight for sponsoring tonight's broadcast so that we can give you this broadcast here this evening. We're going to take a quick commercial break, come back as the captains are meeting at midfield. We will be back here in about a minute and a half with the starting lineups and the opening kickoff right here on Oneida Indians Live.
Former Tennessee punter Colby Morgan.
Recently, First National Bank has helped me as far as pursuing a career and what I want to do after college. They've made it really easy for me to find a job here at the bank. Everyone at the bank has been super helpful. Everyone's very professional. The bank has been super helpful in donating money to both schools for athletics, and without them, a lot of the equipment and everything would not be possible. I can see why most people in Scott County choose to bank with First National Bank.
I'm Donna Tompkins, and I was a fourth grade teacher at Oneida Elementary. The mini grant started when I first started teaching, and First National Bank helped me to grow into the teacher that I was and became. It gave me extra money to buy the supplies I needed for my students. First National Bank is truly a community bank. It helps make things possible that may not be possible in our community.
And back here at Jane Terry Hoffman Field on Oneida Indians Live, it's the Indians and the Tigers of Pigeon Forge getting set to do battle. We're in a small delay. This was a 6:30 original kickoff start. Then it got moved to 6 o'clock, but now believe we are waiting on a third official as they are on their way here this evening. A lot of traffic, of course, people fighting traffic going up and down 75, 27 as well now with our slow-moving machinery, I guess you would call it, making its trek. It made its trek through Scott County last week. Now it went over to Fentress County. Now it's down in Morgan County, and it has been an adventure for that crew, to say the least. But, Stuart, let's take a look at this team from Pigeon Forge. This team, I believe, going into tonight, if I did my math correctly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 3 heading into tonight's contest. Their only 3 losses on the season, a 4-1 loss in a season opener against Sevier County, and then 2 losses to Gatlinburg Pittman, a 5-3 loss in the regular season, a 4-3 loss in the district tournament championship last week.
Yeah, they've played a lot, of course, their district teams. And looks like they played a lot of teams really just in that Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge area. You know, your Northview's academies, teams like that. And then just their district. We have I think 1 or 2 familiar foes with them. That Sevier County matchup I'm kind of pointing to. Looks like we both fared about the same in that matchup. So, you know, just hope our boys come out here just, you know, ready to play. They went down to Kingston. They won a district tournament on the field, and I was talking to Coach Keaton earlier. Not a lot of people, you know, would have given them a chance outside the boys in that locker room. And kudos to that coaching staff and those young men. They went down there and done that, and their backs, you know, may be against it tonight, but I think they're up for the challenge, Bo.
Absolutely. Pigeon Forge, a team that does put up the goals in the scoring column, though, to say the least. Taking a look at some of the scores in their victories, a 12-0 win at Cumberland Gap, 9-0 at Northview, 9-0 at Union County, 10-1 at Heritage, 9-0 at West Green, 10-1 at Cosby, 9-0 at University High, 9-0 at Gibbs, 9-0 at Cosby, and a 10-1 win in their district tournament semifinal matchup against Chucky Doak. This is a team that likes to play fast. There's no doubt about that. Oneida generally likes to play fast as well. Will that be the case, though, tonight, as Oneida sees possibly a little bit of a different look tonight for the Indians, as Mason Keaton, again, back out of the starting lineup tonight for the Indians. Unfortunately, Mason still ailing on that hit or on the hamstring a little bit. He's going to not be in the lineup tonight. Of course, Gavin Keaton also not in the starting lineup. He looks to be like his season is done for the Indians. So, question is how fast does Oneida try to play, or do they try to slow down the speed of Pigeon Forge, especially in the first 10, 15 minutes of play?
Yeah, you know, I think what you told me from all those scores is that a lot going to be done in the middle of the field, Bo, tonight. So we'll see. Both teams likes to play fast, and I'm excited for the action that's going to be happening on both sides of this field tonight.
Teams are lining it up here at midfield. We're going to shoot it over here now to Stuart Jones for our national anthem and tonight's starting lineups.
Good evening, and welcome to Jane Terry Hoffman Field for tonight's Region 1A semifinal match between the visiting Pigeon Forge Tigers and your Oneida Indians. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we'd ask you to please rise and direct your attention to the southwest corner of our field as we honor our great nation with the playing of our national anthem.
And now for tonight's starting lineups. Once again, here is Stuart Jones.
Now we'll meet our starters. First for the visiting Tigers of Pigeon Forge. In goal, number 0, Andrew Cedinho. Number 2, Darwin Gomez. Number 3, Isaiah Maggard. Number 4, Felipe Carr. Number 7, Martin Moridel. Number 10, Jonathan Valdez. Number 11, Giovanni Bustamante. Number 14, Alan Ramirez. Number 17, Joshua Lara. Number 20, Matthew Cedinho. Number 21, Alex Aguilar. The Tigers are coached by Bill Mosley. And now, the starting 11 for your Oneida Indians. In goal, number 19, Ty Duncan. Number 2, Ashton Moreland. Number 5, Joshua Cole. Number 6, Justin Lynch. Number 7, Levi James. Number 8, Wyatt Yancey. Number 17, George Klein. Number 20, Miles Laxton. Number 21, Reese Kennedy. Number 31, Alex Torres. And number 32, Alex Jones. Your Indians are coached by Derek Keaton, assisted by Phil Newport, Sarah Hacker, Jimmy Barna, and Zach Hacker. Well, Jimmy.
Starting lineups for tonight's ball game. We take a look at the kits for both teams. Pigeon Forge tonight, the Road Whites. Looks to be orange numerals trimmed in black shorts with white trim as well. For the Indians, it's going to be the home blacks. Black on black, white trim, white numerals. Again, a win or go home situation here this evening for this one. The winner moves on to the Region Tournament Championship on Thursday. The loser, unfortunately, sees their season come to a halt. Third official, look there, right on time, comes in right as the starting lineups are announced, and we are going to be underway here momentarily. Once again, no Mason Keaton tonight up top, no Gavin Keaton back in the back. Ty Duncan has done a phenomenal job back there in between the pipes for the Indians thus far in this contest, or in this season, towards the end of the season here. Done a great job in filling in. Huge win on Thursday night down at Kingston in the district tournament championship game. Fantastic effort by the Indians there, getting a 4-2 win there against Kingston. Pigeon Forge will start the contest off with possession, and it'll be, looks like the first touch is going to come off the foot of Alex Aguilar. We are underway. Touched on. Pigeon Forge and the Indians fighting for it. It's going to be a throw-in for Pigeon Forge. George Klein trying to wrestle it up over midfield. Little contact over on the far side. And this is Bustamante looking up. It's going to be a very quick ball, it seems, tonight. That little bit of rain earlier on in the day. Ball has been sliding across this wet surface throughout the majority of warm-ups, of course, today, as we saw. Don't expect that to change much here as the game progresses.
Yeah, definitely feel we didn't know what the weather would hold for this evening, but all things considered, it's turned out pretty well for us.
That ball gets all the way through. There's Ty
What a save
Duncan.
by
What a
Ty.
save by Ty.
Slid.
Josh Cole. Josh Cole looked to clear it and just missed on that attempt. Ty Duncan came out and was able to secure a great job by Ty of keeping his head up and active right there, ready to go.
Sure was. Already being tested, but great effort there by young man. I'm telling Coach Keaton earlier, I'm just so proud of the way he's, stepped up since Big G's been out. He's played well these last few games.
Ty with the big boot. It's going to come down to the feet of Alex Jones. Fighting for it is George Klein. And Klein's going to go out to the outside. He finds Levi James, top left. They're going to look for Klein. Klein's making the run, but Martine Moradell will let this one track out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick.
It's a little ambitious on that lead kick there. We're try to settle down. I think both teams know it's a big game. It's got that big game feel to it. I know our home crowd's kind of split tonight, Bo.
It is.
Our middle school graduation going on about a mile from here too. But anyway, still got that big game feel. We know what's on the line.
This one booted up by Lynch. Now there's Torres. Torres makes a turn,
Torres.
gets through two, plays a nice ball up, but Levi James just a little bit beyond the reach, but a nice ball there by Torres.
Mm-hmm. Sure was a good playable ball, just a little out of reach. You're right, but man, opportunity.
See that ball scooting across as we were talking about earlier. There's Reese Kennedy. He's going to deflect that one off a Tiger, and it'll be a throw-in for the Indians. Reese slipped a little bit on that throw-in. You could see it. This surface today is not going to be for the fan of slow ball movement.
Slow ball movement. I'll just say for footing too. If you like to keep your footing, this is probably not the field for you right now. But it is still playing fast in spite of that.
Duncan with the big boot out. That thing's going to take a hard hop, and here's Levi James making the run. Going to try to fight it off a defender for the Tigers, and he does. Controls, drops back, looks for Klein. Klein makes the move to the middle. He's going to turn, make a move. Shot deflected off, but there's Alex Jones. He's going to play a ball back post. Levi James trying to run it down in the corner. He will run it down. Makes the play into the middle. There's
nice.
Lynch. Lynch makes a nice move. This time, I think Lynch just missed on the contact. But early on, I will say this. I like the aggressiveness of the Indians early on in this contest.
Yeah, I do too. You've got to be the aggressor in a matchup like this. You can't let a team like this come in here and just take it to you. You've got to be ready to go, and I've seen that so far to these Indians.
Felipe Carr will boot it away on the goal kick. Now Ashton Moreland brings it down. Klein has to go off of him and over to Isaiah Maggard. But there is Wyatt Yancey as he deflects this one back up. Now Reese Kennedy going to have to come back, try to play the shield. There's Ty Duncan coming out. He's been active back in the box thus far, but a good active for Ty Duncan.
Yep.
Not been having to fight off shots, but coming out and securing some well-played balls, though, by – that's a tough tackle right there.
Mm-hmm. Did play the ball, though.
Was playing the ball. Now they're going to stop.
He called for stoppage of the clock. Yellow card.
Wow, and a late yellow.
Late. That was – maybe this guy's new at this, but I think you usually call those when they happen, not after the ball's been passed a few times. But I'm no expert, Bo.
Landon Terry comes in to sub in for Josh Cole. So it will be a free kick for the Tigers, and it looks like there's a pair of Tigers there.
Yeah, it's going to be a kick back to
looks like Jonathan Valdez is right there.
That's what they're looking at.
Also looks like Darwin Gomez also. And that's exactly where they went to. They went to Valdez. And there's Ty Duncan with a nice save there. One hop, and Torres looking to play. It's going to be headed on by the Tigers. It'll be a throw-in for the Indians. Alex Jones gets it in quickly. Torres looking to play through. Gets it away. Torres crosses one in. This one just a little low and secured by the goalkeeper, Andrew Cedeno.
Oh, no.
Tough one touch. Here's Yancey going to run it down and boot it up. Lynch brings it to his feet, drops it all the way back to Moreland. That's a dangerous pass. And Moreland, that's exactly why it's a dangerous pass.
You don't cross the field.
Got to be careful crossing that ball back into the middle of the field if you are the Indians' defense.
Mm-hmm.
Throw in for the Tigers. Comes down. Valdez looks to the
Don't
middle
give
of
him
the field.
space.
Finds Bustamante, but it's taken away. Now here comes Levi James up the left side. He's going to get a step on Carr. There's going to be should be a foul.
Okay. Let's can we?
They're going to call a corner.
Corner, Oneida. We did get a corner out of that. I'm not sure it shouldn't have been a.
Not sure. Yeah, I mean that's almost the exact same play.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like George Klein going to take the corner. Klein, nice ball in. It's headed away though and cleared. Here comes Torres. Can he get to it? He does run it down, but can't control. Be a throw in for the Tigers. And thought they were going to look to work quickly. They do work quickly. And taken away now up the left side for the Tigers. Here comes number 14. That is Ramirez. Ramirez in a foot race with Moreland. Taking it away, though, is Kennedy. Kennedy going to boot it away. Brought down to Joshua Lara.
There we go. Good ball. Good ball.
Great ball, but what a defensive effort by Felipe Carr.
He did a great job to get back to it. But I thought that was going through. But good job by that young man sprinting back to clear it away.
Carr for Pigeon Forge, very similar to what you see out of Reese Kennedy back in the back for the Indians.
Yeah, he's pretty rangy, isn't he? Kind of tall.
Very rangy. It's going to be another corner, though, for the Indians. This time it's going to be Alex Jones. Jones plays a nice, high, deep ball to the back. Looking for James. Fired off by Lynch. It's going to be deflected. George Klein. This ball going to sail high and wide.
Yep.
And it will be a goal kick.
Couple good opportunities. Good looks at to go. Just couldn't cash in yet. You got Carr set to kick this one. Goal kick. Taking up the right side. Look, good job by Justin. Oh, and then he gets grabbed after the kick. What?
Headed on by Kennedy. Lynch now going to play a ball deep up. That one's going to scoot all the way back, though, into the resting hands of Cedeno. Cedeno looking to flip the field quickly. Wyatt Yancey, though, going to take that head on. And now it's a deflection.
Oh, that Reese lost his footing right there.
Here's a cross into the middle. The shot off, and it's saved by Ty Duncan off the boot of Alex Aguilar.
Great job, Ty, early in this game.
Great boot by Ty Duncan. It's headed on and headed out of bounds. Quick throw in now for the Indians. It was Matthew Cedeno with the header. Torres makes a nice move, trying to fight off Cedeno. It's in the box. Now they're cleared away by Carr again.
Went against us. The young man in front of him had his arms out trying to impede him, and Torres still gets called for,
Torres gets called for the
trying to get around him. That young man had his arms out. Just call it like I see it, Bo.
Cole is back into the ball game for the Indians. See a sub coming in also for Pigeon Forge on the next dead ball. Looks to be Ricardo Silva coming into the ball game for Pigeon Forge. So Silva will enter the game. Here comes the throw in. Looking to work up the sideline. Here's Silva once again. Moreland with a nice attack.
Yeah, he went at that ball. Way to be aggressive there.
Lara throws it in. Finds Aguilar in the middle. Here's Cole. Cole going to fight through. Goes to Torres. Now to George Klein. Klein plays the ball up and through.
Torres charging right at that ball, yes.
Here comes Lynch. He's going to charge through as well. This one's going to be won, though, by the Indians. Here's Levi James going to try to make a move, and it's going to be deflected out. Throw in for the Indians. And looks like Yancey going to be coming up. Coach Keaton talked to me a little bit about this right here. Going to use those big arms of Wyatt Yancey to get that ball into the middle of the field. Here comes Alex. No, excuse me. That's Caden Cron coming in for Alex Jones.
The freshman coming in for minutes. They've really played well this year.
Yancey's got some big arms here. Almost plays that like a corner kick into the middle of the field. It's unreal.
Uh-huh.
No.
He's going to get to do it again.
Another throw. Now it's going to be
Miles
Laxton coming over to take the throw. Probably a smart move, a little bit further away from your goal. Want to get Wyatt Yancey back there on defense if at all possible. Josh got to be smart there, fighting off for it. Now here comes the Tigers playing it up through. Again, though, here's that fast surface that we talked about playing a factor in this one. Klein makes the turn. Torres fighting to keep that thing in. He nearly took out the side official here.
He did all he could, but
ball comes down to the feet. Moreland, oh my goodness. That ball zigged when it should have zagged, and that ball was played through. Nice play ball, but offside's going to be called.
Yeah. Good call by the far official. He looked offsides.
Clock stopping.
This sideline has been begging for more calls, and kudos to the official for trying to put that into that early.
Yeah, and I think he was trying to back them up. They said that they were coming out of the box a little bit too far. Here's Oneida fighting off, and this is Aguilar up the right side. Aguilar one-on-one with Cole. He beats Cole. Ball played into the middle.
Reese Kennedy put a stop to it.
He did.
Again, he lost his footing there, though. That just goes to show you this field.
It got a lot. I'm not going to say it got a lot of rain, but it got a steady rain this afternoon. Wasn't very heavy, so it's not like it's pounded down into the ground. A lot of it's sitting right on top.
Right.
So it's definitely got that little bit of a scoot to it right now. Aguilar on the far side once again. Nice tackle that time by Josh Cole.
That's a handball there.
By Moradell.
Handball.
Goes back to Aguilar once again. Aguilar plays it to the middle of the field.
Can't give him space.
And there's a goal. A goal for Pigeon Forge coming off the boot of number 11, Giovanni Bustamante, gives them a 1-0 lead.
Bustamante with a goal for Pigeon Forge.
So 1-0. Pigeon Forge gets their first goal of the contest just under 14 minutes in. Now time going to be called.
Center official coming over to Miss Stacy Love and asking for some people on the sidelines to move back a little bit. The AR doesn't have enough room.
Everyone back is what it looks like. He's claiming that everyone's too close to the field, so he's asking for everyone to be moved back somewhere between 5 and 6 feet off the field.
Wow. Could probably announce that.
So now we see the mass exodus of lawn chairs moving back. It's almost like a wave that you see at a major league game. You just see them start to move slowly but surely, a little bit further back.
Yeah.
But once again, the Tigers get the lead. It is 1-0. 26-11 to play officially on the game clock here at Jane Terry Hoffman Field.
Plenty of time. I heard it from the sidelines. 66 minutes left in this game. I mean,
A lot of time left.
we've got plenty of offense to come back and tie this thing up quickly right here. We've had some good opportunities, Bo. We just like to see us cash in on some of those.
And here comes Klein, going to play the long ball up the left side. James looking to try to run it down, but will be unsuccessful. It'll be a throw in for Pigeon Forge deep in their defensive third. Martin Moradell, he's going to play a long ball up. Reese Kennedy going to play it off the hop. He's going to head that one back to Ty Duncan. He'll secure.
Good play, Reese. Oh, hand. That's
second one.
the
tonight.
second one. That's
Ball's going to trickle out, though. It'll be a throw in for the Indians right at midfield. Looking for Torres. It's headed out, but another throw in. Now Alex Jones looks like he's going to try to nickel and dime this one up the field. Jones with another throw in. He's looking for Torres. It's headed out once again. And now here comes Wyatt Yancey up. Indians deep in their third, or in the attacking third. And here comes Yancey. Playing the long ball. Can the Indians? You almost sneak one up right there on the sideline.
Good throw, White. Right here, settle this thing and fire it in.
Torres launches one in. It's headed away off the head of
Carr.
Lynch. And Carr, Pigeon Forge up with it, and they're going to play the long ball through, at least try to. But there's Reese Kennedy.
Again,
Ball played up.
both these teams really favor the long ball.
Yes, they do.
Just volleying it back and forth at
There's
some
Miles
point.
Laxton. He's going to clear it up, and here comes Torres making a run. He's making a hard run. Nearly controls that up off the right side. It will be a throw in for the Tigers, and we'll have a substitution coming in for Pigeon Forge. It's going to be number 14, Alan Ramirez, returning to the game. He'll sub in for Martin Mordell. Throw in for the Tigers. Headed on by Jones. It's going to go out of bounds. Another throw in for the Tigers. This time it was Lara with the throw in. Torres looking for James. James with a header. Looking back for Torres. Here is Cron looking for Torres. Torres plays the ball up high. Headed on by James. He just could not get enough on that one as Cedeno was waiting for that header.
That was a good play there. Just game of inches sometimes, really.
Yancey heads it on to Lynch. Lynch playing the deep ball through. Oh, my goodness. A Tiger just got kicked in the head by his own teammate.
Little friendly fire there.
Here's James. James in the box. Shot off. It's just going to sail wide. That's one of those chances. If you're Oneida, you're trying to capitalize on that chance. That time just coming up a bit short.
Had some really good touches there last trip down here.
Comes Carr with the big boot on the goal kick. The big lefty sends it sailing. Headed on by Moreland, deflected away then by Reese Kennedy. Torres fights it off. No, he's going to trickle out of bounds. It'll be another throw in for Pigeon Forge. Pigeon Forge with control. Near side. It's Lara. Sees this one get switched all the way over to Lynch. Lynch looking to try to play it up, it looked like. That's going to go off to Cole. Cole fighting. Still for the ball. Bustamante in the middle of the field with it. He's going to find Maggard. Maggard still with control. Here he crosses midfield. Maggard looking up. Finds number 28. I do not have that young man. Have to find that on the roster here. I apologize.
28. I do not have a 28 as well. We'll watch it right out. It's going to be a goal kick for the Indians.
Sub into the ball game for the Indians. George Klein going to return to the game. He's going to give Lynch a break. And it looks like
Alex Aguilar's coming back in for the Tigers.
Aguilar will return as well. Cron's going to move over to the other side of the field for the Indians.
I'm sure
Reese
Coach Keaton's
Kennedy going to take the big boot.
Coach Keaton's just looking for some different looks, flipping some of these young men around.
Kennedy with a nice big boot. This one comes to the feet, and now through the middle of the field, here comes Pigeon Forge, though Josh Cole deflects it away. Cole's still fighting for it. Far side, though. Now Pigeon Forge with control. Middle of the field. Comes to the feet of Aguilar. Aguilar gets a ball through. There's a lot of movement there in the middle of the field. This one shot off, and it's another goal.
Yeah, Indians a little slow on getting pressure back there in that back end this time, and Pigeon Forge doing a good job of that interior passing game right there that you don't want to see from them right now.
A second goal from Giovanni Bustamante gives the Tigers
Bustamante with a goal
lead
for Pigeon Forge.
Bustamante has shown it with his right. He's shown it with his left. It's a 2-0 game. Here comes Alex Jones. He's going to play the long ball up. Headed on by Torres. Here comes James flying through. James trying to control. He's into the box. Fought off. Will it be a throw-in? Yes, it's a throw-in.
Yeah, it's definitely. Fought off's definitely the word for it.
Klein looked like he was going to try to get it in quickly, but Coach Keaton says, no, hold on a second. Wyatt, get up there. So here comes Yancey once again looking for that long ball.
Yeah, he knows he can get it deep into the box with Wyatt.
Reese with a huge throw-in. Here's
that,
George
George.
Klein with it at the top of the box. There's going to be a foul, and there's going to be a free kick.
That is the first foul we've seen 20 minutes in on Pigeon Forge.
But a foul there will give the Indians a free kick just outside the 18. Looks like Klein's going to be the one to line it up as the referee steps off his 10. George got a great boot.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a 3-man, 4-man wall. No, 5-man wall.
Yep.
Trying to sneak in with a 6th.
Eliminates the ground ball here, but
George puts it right off the wall. It's deflected off. Here's Torres. Comes to the outside, trying to make a move. There's 2 Tigers there. He's going to try to fight off both of them. Gets through 2, but a third steps in. And it will be a throw-in for the Indians, and here comes Yancey once again. Yancey gets his wind. This time I'm going to drop it short to Klein. Tough tackle there, but it's going to be a corner. And now Alex Jones is going to come up.
Oneida.
George Klein has taken a few licks here this evening already. And now I'm going to fight this one, or going to try to fight it off another one here with a corner coming from Alex Jones. The Indians looking to cut into the lead. Ball off to the back post deep. Deflected, cleared away. Here's Torres. Torres trying to control. Brings it down to his feet. Looks through, looking for James. And now it's taken away by Pigeon Forge. They're going to try to play the sideline quickly. Can they run it down? No, they cannot. It was Alan Ramirez. They're going to say it's deflected, and it's going to be a throw-in for Pigeon Forge.
Now, AR was all over that.
AR was right there.
Right there, but overridden by the center official. That's okay.
Ramirez with the throw. Gets into Bustamante. Bustamante looking into the middle of the field. Shot off. This one's just wide. Off the boot of Jonathan Valdez. Martin Moradell will enter the ball game. He'll give Alan Ramirez a break. And it's going to be a goal kick for the Indians, and it's Reese Kennedy going to line it up. 2-0 Indians trail to the Tigers. Big boot. Headed on. Ball nearly gets through, but it's deflected up, and there's two Pigeon Forge
Josh
Tigers
Cole
waiting for it.
Josh Cole coming out in the middle of both of them.
And here comes George Klein now, up the right side. He's going to bring it to his feet. Got someone coming from behind now. Here's Levi James. James plays it through now. Here's Klein. Klein fires it off. It's going to be well wide and high. Another goal kick for Pigeon Forge. George just did not get the contact he was looking for on that shot. Felipe Carr will take the kick. Justin Lynch set to return for the Indians on the next dead ball. Carr boots it away. Yancey deflects. Now Yancey back up. Plays that one back. It was Darwin Gomez playing that one up. Now cleared away. Josh Cole heads it on. Off to Alex Jones. To James. James plays it through. Finds Torres. Torres plays it off to James. James up the left side now. Finds Alex Jones. Jones fighting for it over there on the far side, but Gomez comes away with it and clears off. Tough touch by Cole. Will go away all the way to Bustamante. Here's now Bustamante midfield. He's going to play a ball into the middle of the field. Goes up to Moradell. Moradell has it cleared away. He comes back and gets possession, though. Cron going to try to go over and mark him. Moradell now up the right side. Up the far side. Here goes Moradell still with it. And deflected away. Can it be? No. Just a tough touch there for the Indians off of Reese Kennedy. And there to clean it up for the Tigers is number 21, Alex Aguilar. And all of a sudden, the Tigers lead 3-0 with 15-16 to play.
Aguilar with the Pigeon Forge goal. You're right. Just unlucky right there on the back end, right there. I think Ty had a pretty good read on it, and it just so happened. It just unlucky, you know.
Ball back in play. Here's Klein. He's going to play the ball up to Torres. Torres controls, has it taken away. Bustamante, far side. Finds Moradell. Moradell crossing one in, back post. Ball's going to track out of bounds. It should be a throw-in Indians, and it will. Moreland will take the throw. Chested away, another throw-in for the Indians. Moreland finds Klein. Klein plays it up into space. Booted away by Carr. Carr, no business back there. He's going to put the boot to it either way, whether it's going forward or going well out of bounds. He's going to make sure that ball's cleared away.
Yeah, he's playing that. He's playing the center field well, really, for Pigeon Forge right now.
Tough tackle there on Torres. It will be a throw-in, and here comes here comes Yancey up to make the throw.
Yeah. Here's from the sideline, you know, the bar. They're initiating some contact down there. They're getting away with it. It's infuriating, I know, for coaches when AR standing right in front of them and you know, no signal to the center official.
Yancey with a nice throw, middle of the field. This one's going to be deflected away, and all of a sudden here comes Pigeon Forge looking to play the ball deep once again. Kennedy going to play the shield off, though. Ty Duncan going to secure.
Good shield by Reese there. I tell you, these Pigeon forwards they're fast. And
they are.
When two go out, two more just as fast come right back in. They're a very deep team on that sideline. They've subbed quite a bit already early going.
They have. Pigeon Forge now with the throw-in. Cedeno looks in. Jones going to take it away. Jones finds Torres. And now going to be played back to Carr. Carr going to boot it away. Near side. Ramirez plays the ball up. He's looking for Bustamante. Now on the run up the right side is Mordell. Mordell plays it into the middle. Shot off, and it's going to sail just high. That ball was a little lofter. It was almost like a slow pitch softball. That thing was going to go try to just drop right over Ty's head. Thankfully goes off the crossbar if you're an Indians fan.
Mm-hmm.
And this one's going to be a goal kick for Oneida.
Looked like it was tracking the wrong way for Oneida, but thankfully a little too high.
12 and a, or just under 12 and a half to play here in the first half. Indians trail 3-0. And here comes Bustamante for Pigeon Forge once again. Headed on. Miles Laxton gets it up to George Klein. Some more contact.
This contact, this is beyond soccer. This is not even soccer plays at this point.
This is Lara in the middle of the field. He finds Bustamante, there's Bustamante with it. It's going to be taken away by Wyatt Yancey. Wyatt Yancey, he's going to fight up for it up the left sideline.
Sure does.
It's going to be a throw-in for Pigeon Forge right here at midfield. It's going to drop all the way back to Carr. Carr looks like he's going to try to use that big left foot.
Come right at us, Bo.
I don't think that's exactly where he wanted that ball to go to. Alex Jones going to pick it up and throw it quickly. Goes into Torres. Torres fighting off defenders. Ball's going to go all the way through. Cedeno is going to control. Big boot from Cedeno, headed on by Yancey. Here's Jones with it. Heads back midfield. Nice ball play through. Here's Levi James. Has to make the turn. Looks to play something in the middle of the field. Headed away. Klein down with it. Another brutal tackle just outside the box. Now this one's going to get a card, I believe.
Yeah, I believe it will. Pulls a yellow from his shirt.
Joshua Lara will come off with the yellow. He'll be subbed in for by number 9. That is Ricardo Silva. The Indians will have another free kick just outside the 18.
Look for it to come to the left side.
Plays it back to Yancey. Yancey just missed touches on that one. Headed on by Torres.
Wow, way to keep that alive in the box.
My goodness. Alex Jones trying to keep it down. Here's now Klein. Klein's going to bring it back to his feet. Klein's going to play a ball into the middle of the box, deflect it away.
Again, Carr comes out of nowhere to head that thing and clear it.
And Maggard just played a huge ball all the way back into the box. Ty Duncan's going to come out and secure. Big boot from Ty. One hop, there's Carr. Again, no business for Carr. He's going to get it up quickly. Finds Mordell. Mordell playing up Long ball is going to go all the way back to the box once again. There's Ty Duncan. Duncan looks to flip the field yet again. Goes with the long ball. It's brought down middle of the field. Controlling it is Valdez. Going back out once again and securing is Ty Duncan. Duncan, this one a low. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's got to be a foul against Pigeon Forge, although it looks like it looks tough, but he went in with just reckless abandon right there, going over top of George Klein.
Well, I mean, official did the right thing. You don't want either team getting hurt, and they're just right now both sides playing with a whole lot of, like you said, a reckless abandon right now and playing their hearts out.
Reese Kennedy going to take this free kick right at midfield. Kennedy with a bullet low. It's going to be deflected off. Cole looks out, finds Jones. Jones keeps it in. Here's Torres. Another tough tackle over there on the corner.
It's going to be a corner.
But it is going to be a corner for the Indians.
Corner, Oneida.
I want to say this is corner number 4 for Oneida now in this ball game. Caden Cron going to come into the game.
George Klein going to take this one.
Klein going to line it up. Ball played in right at the box. Can Klein get to it again? He heads it on, and now it's going to be headed out, and here comes Pigeon Forge near side. Ball played deep. There's Kennedy. He's going to control. Boot it away, but it's deflected by Bustamante. That young man came out of nowhere to make that deflection.
I mean, he's a player. Aside from his 2 goals already, he's been making plays really
My goodness.
all night.
The hustle by that young man. George Klein, this one's going to be headed on, deflected. No, they're going to say it's off of George. It'll be a throw-in for the Tigers at midfield. Looking like going to be Cedeno going to take the throw. Cedeno gets the ball up. Now cleared away. Ball just now trickles out. And going to be a throw-in for Pigeon Forge. Thrown in. There's Bustamante. Bustamante trying to split 2 defenders there. It's not going to happen very often.
He's a great player, but still you can't carry between 2 defenders.
Here comes Klein. Klein going to play a ball through, and there's a lot of contact there on Klein. Again. And now it's going to be a yellow, I believe, against Levi James, and it will.
I think that's a little frustration. Levi's been held and grabbed and pulled on that end of the field all night, and that's what it came down to. Official also talking to the keeper down there, and
James going to come out. Kenneth Van Hook, Casey Van Hook going to come in to sub in for him. They'll move Cron up to the top with Torres. 6:46 to play in the first half, and the Indians are trailing 3-0. Here's another sub coming into the game for
Joshua and Laura.
Yep. And coming out will be number 20, Cedeno. Cedeno actually may have just been sent off due to jewelry.
I thought it was automatic red, Bo.
Supposed to be a yellow card, but we saw that last year. Here comes Torres. Torres fighting off for it. Somehow, Andrew Cedeno. And now clock going to stop once again.
Good sportsmanship by Alex Torres there. No fault of his own. He's just playing hard. And
looked like Torres, Cedeno, and Carr were all just on a fast track to a three-way collision.
They're just playing hard.
Goalkeeper, he's going to come out of the game. Cedeno not feeling right there.
He's not. He's a little wobbly. Those head injuries are so concerning for any sport. Seems like they happen very frequently in this game, though, for sure.
David Marquez will enter the game for Pigeon Forge. Back between the pipes. Big, high boot from Marquez. Comes down to the feet. Now here's Bustamante. Yet again, this ball is going to get all the way through, though. Yancey, though, there. Moradell, a little bit of a push off, but drops it back out. Goes back to Moradell trying to play into the middle. Faked off.
He faked me there, too.
Valdez finds Bustamante. Back to Valdez. This time,
job.
Miles Laxey going to fight it out. Ball fired off. A shot from Moradell tracks well high. And now a sub into the game. Here comes Alex Jones and Levi James back into the game. Ball play through. Here is Bustamante again somehow. He gets through three defenders there.
Bustamante was busting a move up the middle of that field. Very impressive control from that young man.
Here's James. He's going to try to fight to it. Alex Jones there. James. It's touched on from behind. Cron. Back to Klein. Klein looking out wide now. Here comes Justin Lynch. Lynch playing into the middle. Probably should have just controlled and took a shot.
Thought he had a dribble or two right there, but anyway, I'm not on the field. We've got the best view in Oneida, other than what our viewers are watching right now.
Yancey gets off to Klein. Klein, so much contact on Klein there. My goodness. That young man has, needless to say, taking a beating is probably the nice way to put it right now.
Yes, we've got a stoppage in clock here.
4:13 to play in this one. And now here comes a stoppage in clock. It looks like number 17, Joshua Lara, is going to come on for Pigeon Forge, and that looks like it's number 7, Martin Moradell, going to be coming out of the game.
He's going to be given the piggyback ride from
the piggyback ride off.
I'm assuming is the trainer. It's
trainer,
impressive.
Assistant coach, someone.
Anyway, they seem to have some great cardiovascular fitness.
Their endurance is a lot better than ours. I can promise you that.
Right.
Looks like they may have done this a time or two. We'll put it that way. It's going to be a free kick for the Indians. Wyatt Yancey's going to take.
This is in Wyatt's range.
Oh, definitely in Wyatt's range. I think anything from midfield in is probably Wyatt's range, to be quite honest. Official steps it off. Here's Yancey. He's going to play a ball deep, back corner. This one's just going to sail high. And it'll be a goal kick for the Tigers. Oneida still not on the board, still fighting, though. They trail 3-0 right now to the Tigers of Pigeon Forge.
You're right, Bo. They're still fighting. It's only 3-0. We've seen them.
We've seen the comebacks before.
We sure have.
Here's Carr. Headed on by Moreland. Here's Kennedy. He'll boot it up. This one Off. And Klein going to fight back, take it away. Klein and Aguilar going at it, and now foul going to be called against Klein. Aguilar plays it deep, but there was Duncan. Duncan going to try to play it quickly. Levi James jockeying for position. That's got to be a handball.
A hand.
Went straight off of his elbow, but no, nothing called.
Third handball.
And now there's just
right in front of the AR too. Levi's saying, hey, he's hooking him. He sure is. And right in front of the AR, and nothing goes up.
Got a little chicken winging going on. And there it goes again. Now still fighting off is Levi. This time he's
pleading with the AR down there. Hey, he's chicken winging me. You got a flag, use it.
Needless to say, we will put it this way. They have let these young men play for the greater part of this contest.
Mm-hmm. I'll agree with you both ways, but
ball gets all the way through. It's going to be a throw-in for Pigeon Forge. They're going to say it went off of Lynch. Throw goes in. Lynch going to deflect it, and it'll be another throw-in for Pigeon Forge.
He got his money's worth on that one.
Lara gets it thrown in. Here's Valdez to Bustamante. Bustamante has the shot deflected, and it will be a corner kick for the Tigers.
Corner, Pigeon Forge.
Minute 42 left to go in the first half. Looks like Tigers going to possibly thought they were going to play it short. Now they're going to take their time, line this one up. Looks like number 9.
They are playing it short.
They're going to play it short. They'll play it back to Aguilar. Aguilar plays one into the box. Kennedy heads it on. Laxton trying to hit it on as well. Brought down. Here's Klein. Klein working his way to the outside. Going to try to play a ball deep. Here's James. James making the run. He's going to battle off with Card. James is going to win it. Shot off by James. Going to sail just wide. Sub coming in for the Indians is going to be Torres. Torres comes in for, looks to be Lynch.
Wait.
They're going ahead and trying to play a ball off. Now Carr will line it up and do it again. Big boot comes down. Here's Cole. Finds Cron. Here's Moreland. Moreland going to play ball up. Headed on to or by James. Looking back for Jones. Pigeon Forge still with it. Here's Levi James. He's going to play up.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Clock's going to run down, and that's going to be the half. Oneida goes into halftime trailing 3-0 to the Tigers of Pigeon Forge. We'll take a break, come back, talk a little bit about the first half, and we'll have second half action here for you shortly on Oneida Indians Live.
Former Tennessee punter Colby Morgan.
Recently, First National Bank has helped me as far as pursuing a career and what I want to do after college. They've made it really easy for me to find a job here at the bank. Everyone at the bank has been super helpful. Everyone's very professional. The bank has been super helpful in donating money to both schools for athletics, and without them, a lot of the equipment and everything would not be possible. I can see why most people in Scott County choose to bank with First National Bank.
Donna Tompkins, and I was a fourth grade teacher at Oneida Elementary. The mini grant started when I first started teaching, and First National Bank helped me to grow into the teacher that I was and became. It gave me extra money to buy the supplies I needed for my students. First National Bank is truly a community bank. It helps make things possible that may not be possible in our community.
Back here on Oneida Indians Live, it's halftime as the Indians trail the Tigers 3-0 of Pigeon Forge here in the region semifinals. Bo Kidd here with the call this evening. I've been joined alongside by Stuart Jones. Thank you to our for tonight. First National Bank here of Oneida, we thank you for all of your continued support of Indians athletics throughout the season, as well, of course, the postseason here this evening in region semifinal action. How we got to this point right now, it's been a pair of goals for Pigeon Forge's number 11, Giovanni Bustamante, and then a goal from number 21, Alex Aguilar, that has the Tigers leading 3-0 as we are about 6.5 minutes away from the second half. We will be back here shortly with second half action right here on Oneida Indians Live.
Tennessee punter Colby Morgan.
Recently, First National Bank has helped me as far as pursuing a career and what I want to do after college. They've made it really easy for me to find a job here at the bank. Everyone at the bank has been super helpful. Everyone's very professional. The bank has been super helpful in donating money to both schools for athletics, and without them, a lot of the equipment and everything would not be possible. I can see why most people in Scott County choose to bank with First National Bank.
Former Tennessee punter Colby Morgan.
Recently, First National Bank has helped me.
Nope. And back here live on Oneida Indians Live, Bo Kid here. Stuart Jones will be alongside here momentarily as the second half action is getting ready to get underway. Indians going to have to battle back as they trail 3-0 to the Tigers of Pigeon Forge. Again, tonight's winner moves on to the region tournament championship game on Thursday. Unfortunately, the loser will see their season end here this evening. Winner of this game will get Gatlinburg-Pittman as they were victorious last night over Kingston by a score of 5-0. Gatlinburg-Pittman, a very good team over there in the region, over in District 1. That's a formidable opponent, needless to say. This team from Pigeon Forge, already seen them twice this season, Stuart, and that is a team that not a lot of people want to go up against, is the Highlanders of Gatlinburg-Pittman. Oh. There we go.
Absolutely. They've played them twice, you're right. Cross-county, region, district foes up there, but they're gonna get a fight from these Indians in the last 40 minutes, Bo. And I think what the coaches are saying down there is true. You know, this game ain't over yet. I think Pigeon Forge feeling like, got this game well in hand. But we've seen these Indians fight before, so I think that's what we're going to expect in this half. I believe in our kids for sure.
Looks like the Indians going back to their starters here in the second half. James, Klein, Torres, Jones, Moreland, Lynch, Cole, Laxton, Yancey, Kennedy, and Duncan in between the pipes. Looks to see the same for Pigeon Forge, other than the goalkeeper situation.
Bo, the young man went out earlier with a knee injury. Is he back? I don't know that he's made it back either.
Number 7, that's who you were talking about, Martin Moradell, and I have not seen him. We are underway. Klein going to boot this one up. Torres looking to get control. Pigeon Forge looks like they're going to try to slow it down a little bit.
They're going to play the midfield game? Let's see.
Well, we thought so. All of a sudden, next thing you know, they get it all the way through. Now here is Klein with it.
Great pass, connecting there.
Unfortunately, Torres a little bit out of his position there, but there is Carr. That may be the shortest ball Carr's played all night.
Mm-hmm. Again, he's covered quite a bit of green grass tonight, hasn't he?
No question about that. Bustamante drops this one back all the way to Gomez. Now here's Bustamante again, midfield. Plays to the middle now to Isaiah Maggard. He goes to the outside to Lara. Lara back up. That is Aguilar. Aguilar was looking for Valdez in the middle, but there's Bustamante with it. Bustamante, he's going to deflect this one off of Valdez. Alex Jones having to jockey for position on the far side, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Indians. Sun creeping out here in Oneida after we saw a very rainy, dreary last couple of hours just before game time.
We talked about earlier, just enough clear sky to set our equipment up. It was perfect timing.
It
with
was.
the 6 o'clock kickoff tonight. But now we got some clouds that look like could be some trouble at some point.
Levi James.
Oh, no.
Continuing to jockey. Now they're going to call a foul on James.
He's playing hard, but he's got to be careful. The official's saying, you extending that arm out, but that's all Levi's seen on his end of the field all night from the other side. We talked about it before, right in front of these ARs, and again, nothing called in our favor in that way anyway.
Carr with the big boot.
Yep.
This one booted up by Kennedy, though. And there's James going to fire off into it. And this one drops all the way now down to Ramirez. Ramirez looks middle of the field. Finds Maggard. Maggard going to turn, go back to the far side. He's marked, though, by Cole.
Good pressure,
Cole
Josh
with
Cole.
good pressure, but this time he gets past him. Poked away by Jones. Maggard going to come back with it now midfield. Turns back to his left, and now looks to the outside. Moreland, though, in a foot race with Ramirez, and Moreland wins it. But it's going to be booted away, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Tigers.
Job Moreland. Just don't mess around with it and kick it out. Wait till you get some help.
Bustamante turns, plays to the middle. Back to Maggard. Maggard plays over to Aguilar. Aguilar looking to play something through. Lynch going to boot it away. Now here's Torres. Torres going to play the move. He's cut off, though, by Darwin Gomez. And now back up to number 9. That is Silva. Silva plays one into the box, and that's going to be a goal. The goal for number 10, Jonathan Valdez, gives Pigeon Forge a 4-0 lead.
Valdez with a goal for Pigeon Forge.
$36-39 to play in this one. Now the Indians going to have to battle back even further. Ball drops back to Klein. Klein going to play it outside. Now plays up. Deflected. Comes down. Back to Klein. Klein marked on. Still controlling. Now there's Miles Laxton. He's going to try to big boot. Brings it down. Now Laxton still with it. Looking to play outside. Lynch with a tough touch. And a foul going to be called on Lynch. Now all of a sudden hand fighting going to get whistled.
One direction anyway.
Carr lines it up. This ball's going to go up deep and out of play. Throw in for the Indians. Yancey will take the throw. Yancey with a big throw. This one's going to get down to the feet, though. And all of a sudden, Valdez with another shot. This one's going to sail high and wide. It's going to be a goal kick.
I think Valdez didn't realize he had a little more time there and probably an opportunity to put that in, thankfully, for Oneida.
Kennedy with a big boot. This one's going to take 2 hops, scoot all the way back. Now ball played high at midfield. And Maggard's going to come down with it. He's marked by Miles Laxton. Maggard gets by Laxton. Goes through 2 defenders. Drops it off. Now back to Bustamante. Bustamante drops off middle. This one goes off to Valdez. Back to Bustamante. He's going to turn. Klein there. Goes back to Maggard. Valdez. Aguilar. Bustamante. Booted off by Cole. Valdez again. Headed on. Aguilar. Finds Bustamante once again.
He touches the ball.
On a delayed whistle, and now it's going to be a free kick for Pigeon Forge. They're going to say Cole got a little too much body into him.
I will say the Pigeon Forge short and intermediate passing game it's pretty on point.
It is.
It's a thing of beauty, for the most part now.
Shot off, deflected. Ball's going to bounce back and forth. Pinball through. Here's Kennedy. He's going to play ball deep up the outside. James fighting for it. Drops back. And Carr going to.
Who else?
But here's Bustamante coming up with it. Goes back middle of the field. Bustamante has two Indians marking him. It's dropped back. Lara fires off the shot. It's going to sail wide. And it's another goal kick for the Indians. As we are just under 33 minutes away from the conclusion of this one. And thus far, the Indians, since about venture to say about the 14-minute mark of the first half, have been fairly quiet offensively.
Mm-hmm.
The first 5-6 minutes, of the ball game, Oneida had a plethora of opportunities.
Yeah, the ball never stopped. It was rolling on that foul. That's again, I'm not sure. We've not seen this center official tonight, but
we haven't. But I think we have seen the AR on the far side. I don't know about the near side. The ball's going to scoot through over to the midfield as George Klein going to come up with it as he is fighting it off with Lara. Deflected away. Here's Lynch. Lynch fighting for it, but Aguilar going to come up with it. Aguilar. I think they're Pigeon Forge sidelines getting a little excited now, of course. The Indians still fighting for possession in the midfield.
Josh battling out there. Josh Cole.
Here's James. He's going to battle for it. Drops off to Laxton. Laxton has it taken away by Bustamante. Here's Moreland. Ball's fired on by Silva. And it's going to sail high and wide. And it's going to be another goal kick for the Indians. Looks like Wyatt Yancey's going to take this one. Yancey, low bullet. Aguilar finds Valdez.
Josh Cole
Taken away, though, by Josh Cole. Here's George Klein. He's going to try to play the long ball. Levi James makes the turn. Left foot from James just sails wide. Sub in for the Indians. Here comes Cron for Lynch.
Good job, Levi, beating his man to that spot. The shot went wide left, but really good hustle by him to get that opportunity, something we've not seen so far yet in this half.
Here's Carr with the boot. It's a low line drive. Yancey. Deflected away. And coming through, there's Maggard. Maggard finds Valdez. Ball played through. Ty Duncan. What a save by Ty Duncan.
Wow. John Ty. Had the ball. Yes. That was beautiful. Beautiful. They can do nothing but grow.
Ty Duncan. This one's headed on by Carr, and it's going to go all the way back. Laxton. Heads it on. There's Klein. Klein sees it taken away. It's Giovanni Bustamante. He looks up. Finds Silva.
Good
Silva.
play, Wyatt.
Nice tackle there by Wyatt Yancey. He gets it away from him. Now plays it near side.
Kept it in line.
Torres. Little contact there. Foul going to be called against Torres.
Come on
now.
Now
A little extra shove.
Hey.
Both teams getting a little physical now. It's getting a little chippy.
Mm-hmm. a foul. He called a foul. He wasn't really clear in that in that call.
Not very clear at all with that call. Here's Carr going to take the free kick. Big boot from Carr. Headed on by Silva.
Oh, no.
Duncan, though, will secure. Duncan boot this time going to go out of bounds. And now time going to be called. And I think we're going to get a yellow card to a coach.
I think number 2 is going to get one.
No. I think it's going to go against assistant coach Phil Newport.
Well, he's had enough. Wow, now we've heard nothing but this Pigeon Forge sideline calling for everything all night long. And I'm just going to say it, they've got most calls they've asked for. And then Coach Newport, I think he's had enough. He's seen enough pushing and flying and things, and calls just go completely against us. And he had enough, and we're only human, right? So, and then he gets the yellow card.
It's got to be a throw.
To say this center official is struggling would be a vast understatement, but I am partial, and this is the Oneida Indians Live Network.
Hit it on. And coming down with it's going to be Bustamante. There's Klein fighting for it. There's Torres fighting for it. It's going to be a foul against Torres.
Hey, look.
Now
look at that. He's clapping. Wow. This is.
Here comes Carr with the free kick. Carr with the deep boot.
Let it go, Tom.
It's going to track over the end line. It's going to be a goal kick for the Indians. We have about 27 minutes to play here in the contest. Kennedy with the big boot. One hop. Going to go over the head of James. This one's coming down. Torres going in for it. Comes down with it now, midfield. Torres looks up, looking for Alex Jones. This one's going to be booted away, though. Now here's Kennedy tracking back for it. Kennedy will try to switch fields. Gets it all the way up. It's headed on. Now Bustamante with it at midfield. Far side, Ramirez. Ramirez finds Valdez. Middle of the field, back to Bustamante. Bustamante now over to Aguilar. Back to Bustamante. Middle of the field. Booted away now by Kennedy. And now it's going to be a foot race. Can Levi James catch up to it? He cannot. But it's going to be a throw in deep in the corner for Pigeon Forge. Now if you're Oneida, you're trying to keep them from being able to get out of that corner. Taking the throw is going to be Gomez. Gomez gets it into Maggard. Gomez now going to clear. Here's Yancey. Brings it down to his feet. Bustamonte's there. Makes the turn. Yancey still marking. Jones going to boot it back up into in front of the box. There was Levi James. Now booted away. Cron battling for it with Silva. Going to go off of Yancey. It's going to be a throw in for. And they're going to allow the subs. Lynch and Landon Terry coming in. Number 28 for Pigeon Forge will also enter the game. Don't have a number. Let's see here. Still don't have a number for that young man.
No, we called his name earlier, or number earlier in the first half, and
It's going to be a throw in for the Indians. Here's Yancey jockeying with that young man. Now here's Lynch, or excuse me, not Lynch, Klein. Throw in for Pigeon Forge. It's going to be a throw in deep back in the third, defensive third. It'll be Matthew Cedeno taking the throw. Cedeno looking in, finds Maggard. Here's Levi James. He's going to try to go at Maggard. And Landon Terry misses it. This is going to be a run. That's got to be offsides. No flag ever comes up. Duncan with the big drop kick. Headed on by Torres. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw-in for Pigeon Forge. Say off the shoulder of Torres. Clock stops.
what now? Oh, we got in. Is it Carr? He's going over to talk to his AR. I wonder if there's something on the sidelines or.
Clock starts. Carr boots it a mile into the air. One hop, headed on by James. Back down to George Klein. James looking for Torres, but there was number 20, Matthew Cedeno. Now here comes Lynch fighting off for it. It's Carr. Carr looks up, finds Bustamante.
Job of Landon jumping there and get that ball going the right direction.
Klein gets it outside to Lynch. Lynch sees it deflected and go to the feet of Ramirez. Now Torres looking middle of the field. Carr stops it. Here's George Klein. Klein's shot going to go wide.
Best look we've seen at a goal that open in a while, Bo.
Yeah,
just wide.
Probably since the last shot by Levi, if I had to take a guess.
Yeah.
Two good, clean looks, though, here in the half by the Indians have both just sailed wide.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Indians continue to press that new keeper that's still in the game.
Cole with the header. Now tackled off by Landon Terry, but they stick with it. Duncan's going to come out and secure. Ty going to look to flip the field once again. This one's a big boot.
Oh.
Missed off. Torres nearly gets there. Rolled out now. Here's Maggard. Maggard with a little pump fake. And now the delayed whistle yet again.
It's the delay.
I mean, I understand they try to attempt to let the advantage play.
Right.
I understand that. But after so long of an advantage, the whistle is nullified.
It appears indecisive at that point, yes.
And now Pigeon Forge taking their time a little bit. Taking the freebie will be number 11, Giovanni Bustamante. No, excuse me, that was number 17, Laura. Either way, Duncan's going to secure. Duncan looking to flip the field yet again. Off the chest of Maggard, back to Laura. Laura. Ball fired on, and it's going to be a throw-in for Pigeon Forge. Substitution coming into the game. For Pigeon Forge, it's going to be Aguilar coming back into the game as he's going to replace Ramirez. Aguilar had some good speed.
He does. He had an earlier goal.
Yep, here comes Miles Laxton and Alex Jones also back into the game. Going to give Josh Cole and George Klein a breather. Yancey.
Gonna be a touch.
It's going to be touched off. It should be a throw
Yes.
for the Indians, and it is. Once again, special thank you tonight to everybody involved in the broadcast. Clayton Posey as well, of course.
Yeah.
Stuart Jones here. Lucas Laxton running the camera for us this evening. Of course, Greg Bond down at the IH Sports Network helping us get this game on there as well this evening. And then, of course, our sponsors for tonight's game, First National Bank here in Oneida. This one booted high in midfield. James still jockeying for it. Ball played on. Here's Laxton. Little pinball game going right now. We see it finally brought to the feet. Silva. And it's going to be a free kick. And it will be a freebie for the Tigers. We still do not have a number for this young man. It's going to be number 28 for the Tigers. Lining this one up. Duncan. There, and that one's just through the wickets.
Yeah.
It's a goal for the Tigers, and now it is 5-0 in favor of Pigeon Forge. And now with a 5-0 clock, or for the 5-0 lead, the clock rolls. Torres plays it back. Jones. Jones looking to play up the far side. Here's Torres. Lynch fights off, gets possession. Still fighting off.
Fighting is the key word.
Still fighting off for it. Looks to try to put one up in front of him. And now Pigeon Forge will control. It's Aguilar on the far side. He's one-on-one with Moreland. As Lynch fights this one off. And now it's going to be a foul called against Moreland. I think what we call that in American football would be hand fighting going down the field trying to jockey for that position.
Mm-hmm.
You see it in soccer. Sometimes you see it called, sometimes you don't. Right now, it's been called less often than not, much more here in the second half than in the first.
Well, what you got is a center ref who's not done a very good job of
headed on by Yancey. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick.
Nipping a lot of this in the bud in the early going.
Yeah, I agree.
You set a precedent, and, you know, they, especially the visitors, they know what they can get by with on this field already. They learned early, you know, what they could. And it just, you know, on them nights.
It's going to be a corner for the Tigers.
They're going to play it short, I think, Bo.
Looks like they may go long now as they're going to try to curve this one in.
Oh, he hit our keeper.
Yep. They've allowed that, though, some tonight as well.
They have until our guy hit theirs.
James sees this one trickle off his thigh. It's going to be a throw-in for Pigeon Forge. Maggard in the middle. Going to drop it back to Carr. Carr's going to boot it up. Number 28 for Pigeon Forge. Now Yancey marking him. Yancey pulled well out from his box. Aguilar plays it back now to Cedeno. Cedeno back to Maggard. Maggard plays in the middle. Lara, excuse me, goes over to Silva. Silva plays into the middle to Bustamante. Bustamante gets through. It's deflected away. Somehow that ball's still pinballing around in the box.
No, it's not.
Now a foul going to be called, and it'll be a free kick for the Indians. Now clock stops. And a yellow for Yancey.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. This center official is struggling. You thought with a three-man crew and a region semifinals, but
Cole comes off. Or excuse me, Cole comes on as Yancey now comes off. I think the Indians now, the frustration starting to really build in now with just 15:40 to play. Here comes Klein and Van Hook in. They will replace Cron and Lynch. Kennedy. His free kick deflected, and now here's Van Hook. Van Hook plays to the middle of the field. Here's Klein. Klein makes a nice turn.
then gets grabbed as he did.
Deflected away. Silva. Silva plays back. Now back to Silva. Cole. Hard slide tackle. Jones comes up with it. Now take it away. Here's Klein. Klein with a tough touch right there. Ball's going to get all the way through. Klein goes down. And now here's Maggard. Maggard going to play it back. Goes to Gomez. Gomez sees this ball track all the way out of bounds. Throw in. Subs for both teams coming back in. Here's Yancey coming in. And also number 23 for Pigeon Forge. I believe that young man's going to be making his first appearance of the evening. And I'd love to give you a name on that one, but we don't have a name on that one either.
Wow. Look. Wow.
And a foul going to be against Yancey.
Mm-hmm.
Ball played quickly. Foul, or shot deflected off. Duncan goes down. Duncan's
offsides.
No, Duncan's down.
Oh.
As Duncan slipped.
He did, didn't he?
I'm not sure if he didn't pull something in a hammy or what.
Again, center ref unaware.
He's up.
We had a man down.
Seems like he's okay. Clock stopped momentarily. Now we're back in play. There's Yancey looking to flip fields. This one's going to track out of bounds on the far side. It'll be a throw in for Pigeon Forge. Taking it will be Cedeno. Cedeno gets it in as it's Aguilar on the far side. Goes up to Laura. Laura, far side, still with it. Battles by two of them. Gets it into the middle. Cole stops it off. Can Cole
still coming?
Get there?
Still coming.
Now a foul going to be called against Cole as Bustamante and Cole meet for the ball. Now clock going to be stopped once again, and if that's another yellow card on Cole,
it is.
That moves him to a red. Josh Cole comes off.
I believe with that red we can't. We have to play
So
a man
now-
down. No, it's a soft red, right? So
It is a soft red, but still you got to play a man down. So now Oneida going to be playing 11v10
final 13
for
minutes.
the final 13 minutes of this contest.
I can understand the frustration from Josh Cole, but you can't do anything to hurt your teammates there.
Correct. Clock back in play. Fire it off. Duncan going to punch this one back over top of the crossbar, and it's going to be a corner for the Tigers. Going to take the corner is going to be Bustamante. Bustamante plays it in short. Goes to Valdez. Valdez with that little fake off, and that's a shot and another goal. Jonathan Valdez makes it 6-0 Tigers.
Pulled off his necklace.
Cron comes in. He'll replace Torres.
I believe that's the second offense of jewelry.
Yeah, but he was never. He pulled it out. Middle official never saw it. Klein with possession. Looks to the outside for Van Hook. Van Hook still fighting for it. Now Klein going to come away. Still going to fight for it. It's Aguilar. Now a foul called on Pigeon Forge.
Okay.
Looks like Van Hook going to take it. Yancey going to move his way all the way up, leaving Kennedy, Laxton, and Moreland back on the defense. Van Hook plays the ball in. It's headed off. Valdez with it. And here comes Pigeon Forge up the far side. Playing into the middle. Just a wave. Now Bustamante far side. In the middle of the field. Ball gets through. Going to be tough tackle by Ty. But a nice deflection away, and Duncan gets it out of bounds. It's going to be a corner.
That's a great, fearless attempt there by Ty.
Yeah, as he went out and tackled off on number 20. That is Matthew Cedeno. No, excuse me, that was number 28 again. I apologize.
Mr. Man of the night, 28, who has one goal this evening, Bo.
2, I think.
2, and we still have no idea who the young man is.
Number 15 into the ball game for.
Looks like Aitnin Santos.
Aitnin Santos. As Santos will replace Valdez. Corner kick is going to track across.
Goal kick.
And it'll be a goal kick. Terry will come on. He'll replace Laxton. And Lynch comes on as well. He's going to replace George Klein. Comes the boot from Kennedy. Going to track all the way through. Ball deflected and headed back to the goalkeeper. Right to the feet. Jones. Marking off. Now deflected back. Here's Lynch. Lynch playing up for James.
Good ball. Good ball.
James going to try to go one-on-one with Carr. James looking for a ball through there to Cron. Now Terry, a little bit of a push from behind from Bustamante. Ball gets through.
Somewhere between a push and a hook.
Yep. Here's Bustamante again. Landon Terry going to attack. Moreland going to attack. And a foul called against Moreland, and it's another free kick for Pigeon Forge just outside the 18, about 21 yards out.
Well, I'm going to say it. We've seen a lot more contact with that go uncalled tonight, but it seems like if they fall, they get the call. I mean, that's the precedent been set here all night long. Infuriating, I know, for our coaching staff, our players that are playing their hearts out. I'm just thankful to be able to watch them all season long. We've had a good year, and, I feel for them at this point.
Two-man wall. Bustamante, he's going to line it up. And here comes the freebie. Bustamante, a low line drive. Going to be deflected back out to him. This one off the inside of the post and in. And all of a sudden, Pigeon Forge leads 7-0. .7:26 to play. Lynch looking to play a ball through. Here comes Levi James back to Alex Jones. Jones looking for Cron on the run. Deflected away. Here's Cedeno. Cedeno plays it up. Moreland touches on. And now here is Aguilar on the far side. He's looking up into the middle of the field. Coming down now to the outside. Pigeon forward. Here's Alex Jones. He's going to try to boot it up and out of the way. Maggard. And fighting with Levi James. James drops it back to Yancey. Yancey going to clear up. Carr heads it on. Brought down to the feet of Lara. Middle of the field. Moreland misses off. Aguilar far side. Moreland tracks back and gets it. Oh, and a blatant shove.
Blatant. That's got to be a yellow card. That's a two-handed direct shove in front of the center official.
And nothing.
We got a foul, but no card yet.
Wow.
Wow. Hey, that's.
I mean, that was two hands.
Two-hand.
In. It looks like he has a card out. No, he doesn't.
That's not a soccer play, Bo.
No, it's not.
That is not a soccer play.
My goodness. I mean, that was full extension, two arms.
Yes.
This has been a rough night for the Indians here at Jane Terry Hoffman Field. Here's Van Hook. He's going to boot one up. It's headed on. Brought down. Lynch fighting for it on the far side. It's going to be out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Pigeon Forge, but not before we have a pair of subs coming into the game. Bustamante coming out of the ball game as well as Aguilar. But now I have an issue with this because now we have two number 17s on the field.
Ooh.
And I'm not sure how that's legal.
It's par for the course tonight, Bo.
Moreland boots it up. Goal kick for Pigeon Forge. Trying to get clarification as to how two 17s can be on the field, but got nothing out of officials or coaches.
Go Levi.
Ball played in by Levi. It's going to be cleared away from Carr, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Indians.
2 17 still on the field.
Corner kick in. This one's headed away. Jones plays it back in.
Yancey.
Now Yancey tries to line one up, and it's going to sail high off his boot, and it's going to be a goal kick. 3.5 to play.
This young man's coming in without a number. He doesn't have a legal number. One doesn't have a number on the back of his jersey now.
Laura going to come out as well as Cedeno. Bo Chamberlain getting into the ball game as well for the Indians. Carr tries to boot it up. Landon Terry going to boot it all the way away, and it's going to be a throw-in for Pigeon Forge. 2:45 to play in the Indian season as it will end here tonight in the region semifinals. Foul called against the Indians, and it'll be a free kick. No, I guess they're going to say it's a throw-in. I apologize. Here's Carr. Up with it. Stays in. Pigeon Forge with it, and now here's Maggard. Lynch fighting it off. Looking to fight through, but here's Maggard once again. He plays into some space. Kennedy boots it away. Maggard all the way back, though, and gets it back at midfield. Alex Jones fighting for it still with him. Cleared away by Terry. Maggard with it back again. Back into the middle. Ball played through. Duncan's going to come out and secure. Under 2 to play. Duncan's boot. This one goes all the way up to Cron. Deflected back by Carr. Near side. That's Gomez. Cron finds Lynch. Lynch plays it up in the grass into a lot of space. It's going to be a throw-in for Pigeon Forge. Here comes a plethora of subs for Pigeon Forge. Here comes a few subs in for the Indians as well. Gaga Zibzabadze coming into the game. As well as Brody Collette. Duncan going to come out secure in the box as we trickle under 30 seconds. Headed on. Terry sees it deflected away. Ball saved by Duncan. Going down, he'll secure.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And Pigeon Forge will get the victory 7-0 over the Indians tonight in the region tournament semifinals. We'll take a break, come back with post-game comments from head coach Derek Keaton here shortly on Oneida Indians Live.
I'm Donna Tompkins, and I was a 4th grade teacher at Oneida Elementary. The mini grant started when I first started teaching, and First National Bank helped me to grow into the teacher that I was and became. It gave me extra money to buy the supplies I needed for my students. First National Bank is truly a community bank. It helps make things possible that may not be possible in our community.
Former Tennessee punter Colby Morgan.
Recently, First National Bank has helped me as far as pursuing a career in what I want to do after college. They've made it really easy for me to find a job here at the bank. Everyone at the bank has been super helpful. Everyone's very professional. The bank has been super helpful in donating money to both schools for athletics, and without them, a lot of the equipment and everything would not be possible. I can see why most people in Scott County choose to bank with First National Bank.
I'm Donna Tompkins, and I was a fourth grade teacher at Oneida Elementary. The mini grant started when I first started teaching, and First National Bank helped me to grow into the teacher that I was and became. It gave me extra money to buy the supplies I needed for my students. First National Bank is truly a community bank. It helps make things possible that may not be possible in our community.
Former Tennessee punter Colby Morgan.
Recently, First National Bank has helped me as far as pursuing a career in what I want to do after college. They've made it really easy for me to find a job here at the bank. Everyone at the bank has been super helpful. Everyone's very professional. The bank has been super helpful in donating money to both schools for athletics, and without them, a lot of the equipment and everything would not be possible. I can see why most people in Scott County choose to bank with First National Bank.
I'm Donna Tompkins, and I was a fourth grade teacher at Oneida Elementary. The mini grant started when I first started teaching, and First National Bank helped me to grow into the teacher that I was and became. It gave me extra money to buy the supplies I needed for my students. First National Bank is truly a community bank. It helps make things possible that may not be possible in our community.
Former Tennessee punter Colby Morgan.
Recently, First National Bank has helped me as far as pursuing a career in what I want to do after college. They've made it really easy for me to find a job here at the bank. Everyone at the bank has been super helpful. Everyone's very professional. The bank has been super helpful in donating money to both schools for athletics, and without them, a lot of the equipment and everything would not be possible. I can see why most people in Scott County choose to bank with First National Bank.
I'm Donna Tompkins, and I was a fourth grade teacher at Oneida Elementary. The mini grant started when I first started teaching, and First National Bank helped me to grow into the teacher that I was and became. It gave me extra money to buy the supplies I needed for my students. First National Bank is truly a community bank. It helps make things possible that may not be possible in our community.
Former Tennessee punter Colby Morgan.
Recently, First National Bank has helped me as far as pursuing a career in what I want to do after college. They've made it really easy for me to find a job here at the bank. Everyone at the bank has been super helpful. Everyone's very professional. The bank has been super helpful in donating money to both schools for athletics, and without them, a lot of the equipment and everything would not be possible. I can see why most people in Scott County choose to bank with First National Bank.
I'm Donna Tompkins, and I was a fourth grade teacher at Oneida Elementary. The mini grant started when I first started teaching, and First National Bank helped me to grow into the teacher that I was and became. It gave me extra money to buy the supplies I needed for my students. First National Bank is truly a community bank. It helps make things possible that may not be possible in our community.
And back with post-game comments from head coach Derek Keaton. Coach, you guys came out early on, had a lot of opportunities. Unfortunately, we're unable to capitalize on any of those opportunities. And Pigeon Forge, it seemed like they were just always right place, right time in the middle of our defense.
Yeah, it was hard to go in at halftime 3-0 down, and we outshot them 12-10. And to be honest with you, our quality of shots were pretty good. We were just not on frame, and we felt like it should have been 2-0. Their 2 goals were fantastic the way they done it. The other one was, unfortunately, it was just a young goalie that didn't communicate, and then that really hurt. But even at 3-0, we felt like the game was still in a very competitive game. And we came out, had a little push, and then had another situation there with the inexperienced goalie. And let me tell you something. Now, Ty's been great. You all seen him. He's grown tremendously. This was a tough game for him just because of the all the pressure they were putting on him. And it's hard to be goalie back there in a game like this. And he'll grow from this. He'll get better. Very proud of the young man. But that's basically, it was hard at halftime to be down 3-0, and we knew we had better quality shots.
This is a game, of course. Pigeon Forge now moves on. They'll see a rematch of their district tournament championship game against Gatlinburg-Pittman. Unfortunately, this game ends the season for the Indians.
Yes.
You talked about this being a May team, and they made that run in May.
Yeah.
No questions asked. You went down on Thursday night in a game where you knew it was going to be a revenge game against Kingston.
Yep.
You know, especially the way that we lost to Kingston up here on this field.
Yes.
And those guys fought through. No questions asked. They had that momentum coming in to this ball game. No questions.
Well, when we went to Kingston, we were very motivated. The team played extremely well defensively and offensively, and the kids were focused and locked in. It was hard. I don't make no bones about it. When we knew Mason couldn't go to a hamstring, so that affected the team some. And tonight it was glaring in the goalie position and in the forward position. Those would have made a big difference tonight. Up to this point, we've been able to overcome a lot of those things. But when you play a team this good, they're gonna expose your weaknesses. Could not be more proud of this team, how they went to Kingston and competed. A lot of kids come in, young men, that played extremely well, especially those 3 freshmen, did a lot of good things. Ty's going to be just fine, okay? And then they've got we've got some Levi and George. All those guys just competed their butts off. And so that's where we are right now is just we did not stop playing tonight. It just felt like that with the ref. There was a different refereeing type situation tonight. It dictated both games, both teams. It affected the game some, and so. But at the end of the day, they make plays. They're a good team. Them and GP are probably the 2 of the 3 or 4 best teams in the state. They're going to play again here Thursday night at GP. It's going to be a nail-biting game, and GP's got to beat them a 3rd time. And that's going to be tough.
5-3 earlier in the year, 4-3 on Thursday night.
Yes, yes. So we may be looking at 2 teams that may meet in the state championship, to be honest with you. That's how good they are. Zach Schran had told another fellow coach that this was his best team he's ever coached. That's a 2-time state champion coach, by the way.
Wow.
So that's the ilk that we're playing. Now, this team, as y'all know, is not 7 goals better than us. We had some breakdowns there that caused it. It was more what we were doing, not what they were doing. The first 2 was on them.
Yeah.
The last 3 was on us. And then the just to clean up the game was just you're getting there at the end of the game. But could not be more proud of these guys, Bo. It's been such a pleasure to coach these guys. These young men have fought all year. Man, they went through the toughest schedule I've ever put together.
No question.
And it got them ready. And I felt like that schedule got us a district championship. Really did. Felt like they battled and done because the Eagleton game we could have folded right there. And,
absolutely.
And they just found a way. And so very proud of them. But man, the future is bright for Oneida soccer. A lot of young talent running around and got some good young talent coming in too.
You talk about this. You talk about this team finishing the season. Let's talk about your senior class. A very large senior class that's going to be departing from this program, unfortunately.
Well, starting the back line, when you look at Reese Kennedy and Wyatt Yancey, those guys have been there from the day one all year long. Go to the goal. Gavin, hated to lose him. A 4-year type goalie, all district goalie, that type guy. Those are just rock solid guys. And then come up to Josh Cole. Josh Cole 1 year, but just played great. He struggled a little bit there at the end tonight. He was frustrated, but at the end of the day, the young man just played outstanding. And then you continue to come forward there with Mason. Mason just had a stellar career. All-time leading scorer. just did a lot of good things for our team and this school. And I tell you, he's fun to watch when he was rolling. Him and Levi was rolling last year. Him and Nick, and when you go back and look at all the players, he was there as a freshman with Danner, and I mean it just you could go on and on and on.
Absolutely.
But great. And then you got these guys over here, Landon Terry and Bo Chamberlain and Kenneth Van Hook. I mean, those guys are just tremendous. And Quentin Cruz was here all the way to the end, just had to step away right there at the end. I mean, those guys were just phenomenal young men. They invested into this program to get it to where it is today.
Looking ahead to next year.
Yes.
What is the outlook for this team?
Oh, this team here's got so much young potential as well. I mean, when you seen tonight, Alex Torres, he can play.
Absolutely.
He created a lot of good opportunities for us tonight.
And never quits.
Never quits.
Never quits.
And you can kind of get a little glimpse of Alex and Levi kind of controlling the top of the end of that next year. You can see it. You can also see what Caden and Alex and Miles and Lynch and George. I mean, George is a fantastic player. You could tell tonight he didn't have quite the same stamina. We're just very thankful to have George here, to be honest with you.
Absolutely.
The Lord was looking over him, and he gave it all he had. He played with 5 stitches, and he's exhausted. I could see it, but he gave it everything he had. So you got all those guys coming back, and just tremendous. And then you got Ty, and Ty he's grew leaps and bounds. Let me tell you something, Bo. When you're a goalie and it's a wet ball like tonight.
Oh yeah. I was a goalie back then. I know exactly what
you're talking
about.
It's
Absolutely.
tough.
It's tough.
I mean, nothing's easy.
that ball, the way it scoots off this wet surface tonight, it makes a difference.
For Ty, this was the first wet game.
Yes.
Okay, we had a little moisture down at Kingston, and that game was affected by that. I felt like one of our goals and one of their goals was affected down at Kingston with a moist ball because the grass was wet when we got down there. Tonight, wet ball, it affected tremendously. It was skipping and doing. But hey, listen, got hats off to Pigeon Forge. They played a phenomenal game. They're a good team as well. But our journey comes to end this year. And this team has got a lot of talent, got a lot of young kids, a couple young kids coming in the middle school that's going to really help this team. So Oneida will be right back where it was this year.
Coach, great to work with you again this year.
Oh, it's been a pleasure to work with you, Bo.
Thank you. That is post-game comments from head coach Derek Keaton. The Indians fall tonight in the region semifinals 7-0 to the Tigers of Pigeon Forge. Thank you to everyone once again involved with the broadcast this evening. Stuart Jones, Lucas Laxton, Clayton Posey back at headquarters, also Greg Bond as well with the IH Sports Network as well. This is Bo Kidd signing off for the last time this season. You have been watching Oneida High School Soccer right here on Oneida Indians Live.